Hello, everyone. Welcome to Court with Krissy. Papa's about to preach to the parole board. His baby boy has never been given a break. Is today the day? Watch and find out. I hope you like it. Court with Krissy is now in session.
You can see from our name tags who we are. We're the panel that is going to be handling your revocation hearing this morning. Mr. Torin Duncan, is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Mr. Duncan, and we're at Jefferson Parish Correctional Center. Would you introduce yourself, Deputy, or I'm
Yes,
not
sir.
sure.
Yeah, Deputy Landry with the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office.
Okay, Deputy, thank you very much for hosting. We appreciate that today. All right, Mr. Duncan, your case has been assigned to Mr. Freeman as the principal interviewer. We've all read your case. We're familiar with it. We'll ask you some questions in a little bit, but as of now, Mr. Freeman will take over and
Okay.
handle it here.
All right, Mr. Duncan, do you have your parole questionnaire with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you realize you're not eligible for appointed counsel, that if you wanted an attorney, you would have had to hire one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you want to proceed today without counsel?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna read the conditions that allege you violated and we'll go from there. You can plead guilty or not guilty, and we'll discuss each one as we go. I will not engage in criminal activity, nor will I associate with people who are known to be involved in criminal activity. I will avoid bars and casinos. I will refrain from the illegal use of drugs or alcohol. On 10/31/25, you were arrested by PNP on an outstanding warrant out of Jefferson Parish for domestic abuse, battery, bodily injury. The victim is your wife. These charges were refused by the district attorney's office. On 12/3/25, you were booked on new obscenity and simple criminal damage charges while in the custody at the Jefferson Parish Correctional Center. These charges were also refused. Okay, first off, how do you plead to the domestic abuse battery with your wife?
Not guilty.
Okay, tell me what happened.
I was at my mom, my pop's house. We were watching a movie. My wife showed up at my parents' house accusing me of cheating. And then she tried to grab my phone. I tried to get up. We ended up wrestling over the phone. And my mom, my pops ended up breaking us up. And I ended up going outside, and we had argued outside until the police showed up.
And how did she get the bite mark on her arm? Tell me about that.
I had bit her because when we was wrestling, she had put me in the chokehold. So I ended up biting on her arm to make her let me go.
You couldn't get it off a chokehold no other way besides bite.
Yes, sir. She wants you to choke me.
Okay. And all of her other injuries, where did they come from?
My girl, she be doing a little fighting. She be doing the boxing stuff with her friends and stuff. I forgot the name of it. When they do that underground fighting, she be doing all that.
Wow, she looked like a fighter on the body camera footage. Okay. All right. Let's go to the other violation. About the obscenity in jail. What happened there?
I was using the bathroom. I was using the toilet, and when I got up, I was putting my box on, and I was about to get in the shower. The woman told me I was hitting about wasn't. I had told them to rewind the cameras. So when the deputy came got me, they brought me downstairs to remember my rights. And I had told her I had talked to Sergeant Jenkins. I asked her if she would run the cameras for me, and she had see that I wasn't doing nothing. So when a couple of days went by, they threw my write up out because they rewind the cameras and see that I wasn't doing nothing. They didn't see me getting off the toilet and going in the shower. So they threw that out.
That's the story. You wasn't doing nothing else.
No, sir.
Wasn't trying to pleasure yourself in front of that guard.
No, sir. Oh, that's on camera.
Okay. All right. And then what about breaking everything once they did that?
Reagan. I never broke that light. I had told them that they tried to make it seem like I broke that light. I never broke that light. I had told the sergeant them that.
Kicked the door and the plastic portion of the ceiling light fell down and broke.
Yeah.
All right. Let's hear from your victims, and then I'm gonna see if the panel has any questions for you. First, let's hear from Tory Duncan, your father.
Okay, sir. He don't know how to explain himself too well. He don't know. For as far as the window, the part of the glass that broke, it wasn't plastic. It was glass that broke. He cut his hand on the glass. The glass fell and hit him all in the head. As far as that part, it was never plastic. It was glass that broke. Um, as far as the incident problem with the fight and stuff, the girl is crazy. I got videos, I got messages all in my phone. She done text me, my wife, threatening us, cussing us out, doing all type of disrespectful stuff. I got the messages, I got videos in my phone. I got videos of when she hit him with a car and dragged him down the road. I got all this on the phone because I knew this day was gonna come. I knew it was coming. And I kept telling them, get away from that situation because she crazy. I got the videos. I got the bruises on his arm. I have all of it. As far as Torrin ain't no bad person. He get a bad rep. He ain't never got a break before though. Torrin been getting since the first time he had an incident. He's been the one going to jail. He's never had a break. So I mean, but he's really a fun person. If you be around him, he like to laugh. He like to joke. But I mean, he didn't made mistakes. He did make mistakes. But like I said, he been since the time he made his first mistake, he never had a break. It ain't never like, oh, like most people get probation. He's been in jail. And I mean, the more he's this steady for every time he sneezes, especially in Jefferson Parish, he's steady getting in trouble in there because they on his behind. They on his tail. He can't do nothing. He's steady getting rolled up for dumb stuff every time you look. He's getting rolled up for stupid stuff. And the woman that they say he was supposed to pleasure himself with is a 70-year-old woman. She's an old lady. So I'm pretty sure he ain't getting no pleasure out of that. And I'm just giving it to you honest, but he's not no bad person for him to just keep being caged up all day long. He is. I mean, his life is steady going to waste right there behind dumb stuff that I mean most people come home from, and he's just being stuck in jail. His life is on hold while he's in there. He's 25 years old, and he just never had a break.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Y'all have any questions for him?
I don't have any questions, but I just need to add, I'm reading it says the police report indicated that the shift sergeant reviewed the closed circuit TV and was able to observe the subject standing in the bathroom, stroking his exposed penis. So that doesn't say they cleared you, that says they busted you. Just want to let you know that that's what its police report said.
Right, that's what I'm.
That's understandable. I had got to rewind the cameras. The cameras don't lie. The cameras gonna show you everything you want to see.
That's what it just said. It's on camera.
It's on camera.
It's
The
on
sergeant
camera.
reviewed it, and he says he saw what the ladies complaining.
Now, I didn't mean I would never. They would never drop the charges. I would have got charged with it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's go to Malika Russell, your wife.
Good morning.
Good morning. What do you have to tell us, Ms. Malika? And you heard what his dad said. So what he's saying is the truth?
No, sir. I just believe that me and Torrin have our own issues outside of, him being in jail. I don't think that he should be in jail. The fight was over the phone. Torrin didn't hurt me. We were just fighting over the phone. And my piercings, like in my ear and stuff, that came from me boxing like females. All those injuries and stuff, Torrin didn't cause those injuries. We were arguing over the phone, and that's when the police showed up. But I don't think that he should stay in jail. I don't feel like he is a danger. I just feel like he just needs a chance to come home.
Y'all have violent history with each other? I mean, have you had to call the cops on him before?
No,
Got a
sir.
rap? Okay, so y'all hadn't had any problems before. It's the first one?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay, y'all have any questions for this lady?
No. I don't. No.
Where are you living now? I know previously you were living with the father and the mother.
Yes, sir. I currently live in Wagman, Louisiana with my mom.
Okay, good. All right, thank you. All right, y'all have questions for Mr.
Duncan. Mr. Duncan, you're a third-class offender, and you're on parole for aggravated flight from an officer, aggravated criminal damage to property, and possession of a firearm. Is that possession of a firearm by a convicted felon?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that was not on it was missing from my sheet, and I wanted to clear that up. Okay, and when you kicked the door and something fell down at the jail, what was that? Tell me about that.
All right. See, in the light, some of the lights don't have all the screws. Like the one that was in the holding tank, they only had 2 screws in it. And I had told my parole officer when they came did the interview for me to come in front of y'all, I showed him the light that one was in. That one only had 3 screws in it. So I was just letting them know, like, all these lights don't have all the screws in it. Some of them be missing screws. So if you hit the door a certain way, the glass will vibrate, it will fall. But they try to make it seem like I did it intentionally. No, I never broke no light intentionally.
Did you kick something?
At the door.
You kicked the door.
Yes, sir.
Why were you kicking the door?
Because if you gotta kick the door for them to hear you, because the intake the room is not close to the cell. So you gotta kick down for them to get their attention.
So you weren't kicking it because you were mad. You were kicking it to ask them.
Get their attention. You gotta kick down and get their attention.
That's not exactly what the report states, but nothing that you said is exactly as the report states. So I'm not surprised. I don't have any other questions.
Guard, do you have anything to add, sir?
No, sir. I don't know him. First time I ever met him.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. How about the other fella? Y'all, you been dealing with him?
First time I met him too. I work transportation, so it was the first time I met both of them. You talking about this guy back here too?
You know him?
Yeah, I do know him.
Have y'all had some problems with him?
No, I ain't never had no problem with him. He used to come to jail a lot and stuff like that. He'd have changed a lot. When I got him for this, I picked him up and I said, man, it's been a while since he had a write-up or anything like that. So I feel like he really did change for a minute because he used to, way back when he used to come to jail, he used to always be on the scene, always doing something. But when I seen him this time, I was like, I didn't even think he was still in here. I thought he had went home. That's
Okay.
how long I hadn't heard anything from him, not a write-up, a peep, anything like that. So to see him in front of here is surprising because he hadn't done nothing in a very long time.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
No question.
Okay. Panel ready to vote?
I'm ready.
Okay, I gotta vote first. Since I had your case, I'm not gonna go over violation number 10. You were $126 in arrears. I find that you violated condition number 4 in several ways. I think this has been an experience. So vote is to revoke violation condition number 4.
I'm gonna concur with Mr. Freeman for the same reason.
I concur also. I think it's evident what occurred after you got arrested and what occurred because you got arrested. I don't believe any of that. So anyway, as of 9:45 this morning, your parole has been revoked.
You already had it on it.
Yeah, they already was gonna do that every